Hey guys, today I'll be walking you through a vegan waffle recipe. This recipe is based off of Nora's. I'll provide her link in the description below. Let's get started. You'll need ground flax seeds and water for your egg substitute. For vegan buttermilk, you'll need apple cider vinegar and some type of milk. I will be using oat milk. For the batter, you'll need all-purpose flour, whole wheat flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, coconut oil, and pure vanilla extract. If you do not have coconut oil, you can substitute this with vegetable oil. I actually ran out myself, so I used half-half here. To make your egg substitute, combine 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed with half a cup of water. Mix this briefly and then set it aside for later. Next, we'll work on the buttermilk. I am using oat milk, but soy milk works great here too. I've tried almond milk, but I would not recommend it because I think oat milk and soy milk are better options for this recipe. Combine 3½ cups of oat milk with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Once again, stir briefly and set it aside for later. For the rest of the batter, you'll want to combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour with 1½ cups of whole wheat flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a 1/3 cup of sugar, ½ cup of melted coconut oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of salt. As I mentioned earlier, I ran out of coconut oil, so I used a 1/4 cup of coconut oil and a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. This is perfectly fine. Stir to combine the ingredients and then add in the flaxseed mixture. You'll notice it's a little thicker than earlier. To complete your batter, add in the vegan buttermilk. Mix everything thoroughly, but be careful and do not overmix your batter. You ideally want a consistency that is not too thick but also not too runny. If you have not already, now is the time to preheat your waffle maker. My waffle maker only took a few minutes to get hot, so during that wait period, I was able to go rinse some berries for my toppings. Once your waffle maker is hot, spray some oil to prevent the waffle from sticking. I eyeballed the amount of batter to use for my waffle maker, so unfortunately, I can't tell you the exact amount of batter you'll need to create the perfect waffle. However, I do believe that it's better to overflow your waffle maker than to be too stingy with your waffle mix. If you are new to making waffles, do not open your waffle maker until your waffles are done. This is normally indicated by either a beep and/or a green light, similar to the one that I'm showing on my video here. Once your waffle is done, you can work on the toppings. Personally, I'm a huge fan of adding berries to waffles, so I start off with a bunch of blueberries, the more the merrier, and then I'll cut my strawberries in half and place them randomly. Now, if you aren't a fan of these toppings, you can include bananas, raspberries, or if you just hate fruits in general, you can find some vegan chocolate chips and add that to your batter and make chocolate chip waffles instead. But for me, I'll stick with my berries. So after I'm done adding the strawberries, I'll add a bit more blueberries just to fill in any empty holes I may have. Now to add the finishing touch, powder some sugar over the top. Oh, whoops! I was too busy drooling over my waffle, I almost forgot to tell you the last step. I personally like to drizzle some honey over the top of my waffles before I eat them, but if you don't like honey or syrup, yeah, I'll judge you a little bit, but your waffle will still taste great without either of them. I hope you've enjoyed this vegan waffle recipe video. Don't forget to hit that like button below and subscribe to my channel to see more.